Niger Confluence. With this being said, let's just straight into it. Okay, in our last class, we talked about uh, Yoruba and their political system. All right, we talked a lot about different how the political system functions, the designation, function of office. We also talked about that of the Igbo. So today we are taking our bearing from the Niger Delta, I beg your pardon, Niger Benue Confluence. So the course code is PCR331. Okay, and we have the Niger, all right, Benue Confluence. Now, to start with, we have the Jukun. All right, let's just use Jukun. Now, it says that though the origins of Jukun were not unanimous, and this had a lot to do with the political structure. A lot of theories, a lot of stories around the origin of the Jukun. So as a result of this, it's made it difficult to identify what the political structure of the Jukun are. Now, in spite the political structure, in spite of the fact that the stories around their political structures are not so, all right, let's just use the word, they are relatively correct. So in spite of that, we're made to understand that the political structure is headed by the Aku. All right, that's the head of the political structure of the Jukun, and is known as the divine king. The Aku. Now, the Aku was subject to certain ritual practices. All right, more like his routine as the divine king. Now, Aku represented the gods and served as intermediaries, or what we call the link between the gods, okay? Link between the gods and, all right, the gods and, okay, and his subjects. That is that. There were groups of counselors, all right? We have groups of counselors, and they have their head as Abo, and Abo acted like a prime minister. So now that the Aku is the divine head, so he's the head of the political structure, okay, then there's a prime minister. Prime minister. Okay, this prime minister happens to be the head of councillors. Head of councillors. All right, and it's otherwise known as, all right, head of council. Let's put this clearly. All right, and otherwise known as the Abo. All right, so we have that as that. We also have the Thief. The political structure of Thief was centered around a secret society called Mvata, all right? Secret society called Umva, all right? Umvatsa. Please pardon my pronunciation, all right? I might not be doing the correct pronunciation, but I think I need to put that clearly so we can see what we have. You can see the letters clearly. Okay, the word we have not answered. Yes. All right. Va sa. Okay. Now, this secret society known as the Vatal, all right, have its members provided the two principal rulers to every kindred. Okay. Now, what are we being told here? We're being told that the political structure, according to the material about the thief, the political structure of the thief was centered around a secret society called Mvatal, whose number provided, all right, the two principal ruler of every kindred. That means they are responsible. They are more like the Oyomesis on the Yoruba political system, all right, and they are responsible for providing, all right, two principal rulers of every kindred. Provide two principal rulers of every, all right, kindred. So we have that as that. Now the first of the two was known as the third. All right, the thief. Let's look at the thief. All right, known as the spokesman. Okay, who contributed to spiritual and legislative matter. All right, spiritual and legislative matter. That is the third. And the second, who happens to be the second ruler, and he happens to be Shagba. All right, Shagba. Okay, we have that as that. Now, the two of them were responsible for, don't forget, there are two principal rulers. On the line, two principal rulers. Now, the two of them work together, okay? The two of them work together, all right, to safeguard the internal security and also settle disputes. The Fair and the Shagba. Okay? So, the modification of the two offices gave way to a new class of chief, all right, referred to as the Bande, all right, more like the cabinet, okay? The modification of these two offices, all right, the modification of these two offices is said to be the responsibility of the Thor, let's put that in, Thor Agbande. Yes, the drum chiefs. They are called the drum chiefs. The drum chiefs. So we have that as that. Now let's take a step further. The Thor Agbande were compulsory member of the, all right, Inva staff. I think we said something about that earlier. All right, the secret society. All right, so the drum chiefs happens to be a member of this society, compulsory members. So enough, all right, and said about the thief and the Jukun. All right, let's move to the Igala. For those of us who are new to the stream, let's ensure to smash the like button. All right. Also, hit subscribe to the channel. Ensure you do subscribe to the channel and endeavor to get our membership badge. Very important. It's one we can use in supporting what we do on the channel here. You find the join button on our own page. Now the Igala, all right, we have the Ata, happens who is the head, Igala. All right, we have the Ata, who is the king of the Igala. All right, the king of Igala. The king of Igala. That's the Ata. Now the Ata was at one time a vassal of Benin. All right, he was at one time a product. All right, when we say vassal, we are simply talking about a holder of land. All right, let's just put it as it was a product of Benin. Now the Ata was assisted by a council of 9, and they are called the Igalamela. Assisted by the council. This is council. The council is more of S, but this is council. All right, council of 9, known as Igala Mela. Okay, now there was also the Ashadu, who happens to be the Lord Chamberlain of the Kingmaker. All right, the Lord Chamberlain, or known as the Kingmaker. So there was a Kingmaker. I think in Yoruba political structure is not there, or your missus, but here, so this Igalamela could be seen as the other one known as the Bonikon in Yoruba political structure, but here we know them as Igalamela. All right, I think I should that clearly. Then we have the Ashadu. All right, we have Kingmaker. Okay, now the Ashadu was responsible for selecting the Ata from the 4 royal families. He's known as Kingmaker, so there's need for him to do some selection. All right, they're from the royal families, a maximum of 4 royal families. Then he has to do the selection. Okay, so we have that as that. So let's move straight ahead to the Niger Delta. Now, the Niger Delta, or the Delta area of Nigeria, consists, all right, of the Jo, Chekiri, Abo, Urubu, Osoko, among many others. Let's just list, okay, let's make it 4. All right, we have the Jo, we have the Sekiri, all right, we have the Urubu. I beg your pardon. All right, Urubu. And we have the Isoko, just to mention but a few. The Niger Delta comprises the western and eastern Delta group of people. All right, western and eastern. All right, western and eastern Delta group of people. Now, according to Ikimi in 1980, Ikimi said The smallest political structure, all right, of this group of people is known as lineage groups. Lineage groups, okay, or heads of families. They are responsible for maintaining law and order as well as protecting the families. That is the responsibility of the head of the families or lineage group. Are we together? So now, at the village level, there was usually a council, all right, of elders responsible for governance. So when it comes to governance, there is a council, all right, a council of elders. When it comes to governance, council of elders, their responsibility. The elders, the elders are referred to as Ipako, all right, E, all right, Paco. My apologies, all right, I might not be pronouncing this name, this word correctly. I just have to pardon me, but here is spelling, all right, Ipako in the Urobo and Usoko, as well as the Undokwa in the Ukwani and Okusowe, all right, in Idiomet to discuss the affair of the village. What are we trying to say here? Speaking about the governance of the Niger Delta people, all right, the elders, they are in charge, the council of elders, and they are otherwise known as the Ipako in Urobo and Usoko. Okay, so let's just put that down. Urobo and Isoko. They're known as the Paco, as well as the okay. I think we are. Can we now? Okay, so these are just different names, but same responsibility. There are councils, all right, also based on age. They are referred to as the age set council, comprised of boys who assist in all communal work meant for the development of the village. All right, we have councils. There are also councils. Still talking about the governance. We have councils also based on age. So we have age based, all right, age based council, right, age based councils, and they are responsible for assisting the development of the village. So we have that as that. I think our time is fast spent. We just have to call it right here for today. In our next class, we take it up from the Alsace, okay, the northern part. Thank you very much, everyone. I believe you've been able to gain something in this class. Let's do it to keep our notes updated and send them to the appropriate content. I look forward to your subsequent tutorials. You have a wonderful evening and bye.